This is my DIY boot and glove dryer, mostly for surfing, although now it's winter here in Canada. It's nice, you know, if I get my gloves wet, I can stick it on this thing and dry it. It's not as good as some other boot dryers and glove dryers where they got this kind of contraption where they got hoses going into the boot and the gloves to dry them out, but this is kind of a cheap, you know, poor man's way of doing it. All it is, I got a fan in here that I found at you can get it at electronics stores. I got mine at like recycle place, or I think actually no, sorry, my buddy gave me this one. This is just some PVC pipe, and I cut holes. I built this box. I measured it so that it would fit over my radiator because on the bottom here it's open, so that I can stick that over a radiator too in the winter, because I probably, well, the fan will help too, and it radiates heat up through your glove or your boots. So I got my surf boot here, and it just fits on like that. I've thought about drilling holes through the tubes, but I found after testing a bunch of gloves and boots on it, it was unnecessary because there's enough of a gap that you can get airflow through the whole boot and glove, unless it's a really, really tight glove or boot. So I also made this a friction fit for these pipes, so that if I needed to, for whatever reason, change these out, make them taller, I could. So they're just a friction fit, and they seem to hold up quite nicely. So it's pretty simple, but the big thing is now when I plug it in, you can hear the fan going. This blows a good amount of volume of air. Now it's loud because it's reverberating off of my table here because it's kind of hollow, but it's actually not this loud. So this is going to be great in the summer or in the fall or spring after surfing to dry out my boots and gloves, because they just get nasty after a while if they don't dry out, and sometimes boots and gloves are just hard to dry out. So with the airflow blowing in, I can put my hand here, I can actually feel the air going up and then back down through. So just keeping a little air circulating through your boots and gloves makes all the difference. So I'm operating the camera here with one hand, so but they just kind of fit on right like that. I'll post a few build pictures, but it was nothing to really build. It's just a square box with some tubes and a fan just to get air moving through it. But this will be great in the summer, like I said, to keep my boot and gloves dry. So it's nothing fancy, but this is a little design I came up with. It's bigger than what it needs to be too for the base, but mostly because of the size of the fan, but also because this is the exact size of my radiator in the house. So that'll be nice. I'll be able to stick that over and dry my winter boot and gloves too if they ever get wet. Alright, thanks for watching.